What's up, my loves? It's your girl Diamond, and I'm back with an all new episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville, Trouble in Paradise. Let's get into it. So, we're continuing with the argument where I left off at with Kimmy and Marceau and Tisha. Ending with, I'm so sick and tired of your ass because it's back and forth with the whole thing about how Jayla was being disrespectful to Tisha with the whole yes ma'am comment. Listen, I'm done talking about how y'all think Jayla was being disrespectful and how Marceau wants to now feel like he's the only one seeing how he can be wrong, Tisha can be wrong, Jalen can be wrong, and Kimmy is not going to say that her son's wrong, but that's her son. She said that's not true. I have always told my son that he's wrong more than a few occasions that you think you know, okay? And then here come Maurice, finally want to chime in after allowing Marceau and Martell and Tisha to allow them to keep calling Kimmy a side chick, and he didn't say nothing. He also put on his Facebook page that he tried to defend Kimmy, but I feel like in that aspect, he just defended the timeline of when he got with Kimmy. He didn't say, yo, I'm gonna need y'all to leave my wife alone. She's not a side chick. We dated after I got divorced. Leave alone. Don't talk about it again. That's all he could have said, but he just wanted to post receipts about U-Haul trucks receipts, Facebook page receipts, Instagram post receipts, the document of the divorce being final. I felt like, okay, and either way, Maurice, I'm gonna need you to speak up. And now you want to finally speak up and say, yo, she checks him daily. And she checks him daily to make sure that your business is better. So I'm gonna need you to pipe down on that. And then, of course, can we just agree to this? Was Jalen disrespectful saying the yes mom comment? Kimmy said, that's fair. That's fair. I'll take that. I'll take that. Now, teachers in the confessional say it's not fair that Kimmy wants to, talk about the situation as if she's not wrong. And if anybody else was in the position that Jalen was in, they've been fired. Tisha, no. You guys need to take accountability that you guys have not been running your business right nor correctly. Okay? How was it? What laws or rules that you guys have in place that y'all bar manager and your chef quit, and y'all have allowed your non-experienced general manager who does not have experience of being a manager, does not have experience of being in the restaurant business, and he has to be in the back cooking, serving drinks, and you want these nightly reports due, and you say all he needs to do is do his job. He can't if he doing 3 other people's jobs. I'm gonna need y'all to be on y'all boss shit. Hire some more people and make sure that he's not doing all the work that you guys are not giving him credit for. Hit me fire. Please, Kimmy, please. You are not doing Jalen no favors by not firing him. Y'all need to do y'all put on y'all boss pants on and handle y'all own shit. That's what y'all need to do. So now Tisha wants to apologize to Kimmy for not thinking that Kimmy knows more, not knowing that Kimmy would think better than what you think she thinks. And how everything would have happened differently had we just had a different conversation. And we have a very strong relationship. We're rocky right now. We're building. And I do know that you know better than that. And I want us to, get better. I want us to, not have these type of conversations again. And Kimmy and Tisha have a camaraderie hug. She said, I'm tired of having these conversations with you. It gets me in a very tough situation. I don't believe that Tisha and Marceau are being sincere in this moment. I honestly think they're trying to smooth it over so they won't have to talk about the side baby comments no more. And they don't want to have any rift between Kimmy, or Tisha does not want to drive a wedge into the relationship with Kimmy more than what she's already done, because I feel like Kimmy is constantly fighting the Scott family. She's constantly fighting and no one else is on her side, not even her own husband. So I think this was just a smoothie zone for the time being. They're going to fight again later. Watch. And I don't believe it. I didn't believe Tisha not 1 minute. So the next day, everybody else having breakfast. Marceau was definitely having a hangover. He does not remember what happened last night. So it was asked by Kimmy, where's Mel? Everybody's having nothing to say. I'm like, there's nobody communicating in this group. Nobody knows what's going on with Mel and Destiny. Nobody knows where they going, where they coming. So Martell, he said, I don't think Mel coming. I think she told me. She said she's not coming. I'm like, she called you and said she wasn't coming. I don't believe you, Martell. I don't believe you. He said, I don't think she would come. Why would she would come? Probably because she want to go to Vegas. Not want to be with you. So, Marceau and Tisha felt like maybe she would not come because it would be a little bit awkward and be a little bit hurting, the fact that she would come on this trip, even though it's for a couple. We're celebrating a married couple, and she's here not with her ex, not with her husband. That might be an interesting or a very uncomfortable combination. But Tisha felt like she would have called me and said that she wasn't going to come. I would have understood that, but nah, she gonna come. This is a cash trip. Who is not gonna be present for this camera time? So Maurice asked, "Is Destiny coming?" Nobody says anything. Does anybody communicate in this group? So Maurice is talking to Martell, "Is Destiny coming?" And he said, "You checking on her?" He said, "I check on her every day." Are we talking about Destiny? So Tiffany wants to pipe in her messy ass, say, "Oh, I like talking about your baby mama." He's like, "Oh no, I talk to her every day about about your children, no, my singular child. That's what I talk about." "Oh, I'm talking about Mel." I'm like, "What?" Oh, sorry. Hold on, y'all. Hey, y'all, I'm back. My bad. Had to figure out something real quick. Oh yeah, so Tiffany messy ass want to say, "I'm talking about your single mom, your baby mama. I'm talking about Mel." She said, "Oh no, don't talk her baby mama." "Oh my bad, I'm sorry." Tiffany, oh my God, Tiffany, you give me like for real, for real. I was over the whole thing that you said about Destiny, the cold tea. I was done last episode. You really did not bother me. But this particular scene, you pissed me off because that was definitely messy of you to want to pipe in on their conversation about I thought you was talking about Ariana Curry, the coleslaw. I thought you was talking about her. But you're talking about Mel. I'm like, Mel's not a baby mama. Mel is an ex-wife and the mother of his kids. They were married before they had kids. Ariana was a little floozy that he picked up from a bar, had an affair with her, then she had a kid after you aborting the other ones. Please, that's a baby mama. A woman that he does not want to be seen in public nor in private, that he's not going to claim. That's a baby mama, okay? I did not like that at all. I ain't like that at all. No, because you cannot compare the two. Apples and oranges, you cannot compare Mel being a baby mama and coleslaw. You can't compare that. Mel was a wife, ex-wife, and the mother of his kids. And I'm happy that Marcella said, that's my ex-wife. Don't talk about her like a baby mama. Do that. And here, Tiffany confessional. I was not being messy. I mean, she is a baby mama. She has 1, 2, 3, 4 kids. She's a baby mama. I'm like, I don't like that logic. That's not a good logic for me. And that was bullshit, Tiffany. Complete bullshit. You definitely don't know how to read the room. You definitely know how to mind your own business. Go sit down and eat your food. Lewis didn't even bother me this episode. I don't like that at all. You were definitely being messy. So, Tiffany, that wasn't cool. That was not right. Good night and goodbye. Kimmy's in the kitchen with Martell cooking up cleaning up the dishes, and Kimmy wants to ask Martell, "Y'all think y'all ever reconcile again?" I'm like, why are we asking that? They're not going to. I just feel like you guys look so good together. I mean, it's so hard. I mean, we were introduced as friends, as couples, and the fact that you guys are not together is kind of weird. It's kind of like it doesn't fit. It's not right. Get over it, Kimmy. I don't like that you asking that, and it's definitely surprising to me that you did agree that they gonna get back together with Miss Wanda. I'm like, why would you agree to that? You really, Kimmy. But then, of course, you want to say to Martell that, I told Maurice, if you feel like you can't be a part of this, then go ahead and cheat. I don't like that. But Martell just wants to, we're co-parenting. I'm not trying to open those wounds. We're still fresh. And we're just trying to, be cordial right now. And he's in the confession saying, I don't know why people keep talking about if we're going to get married. I'm just trying to move on. She's trying to move on. Leave me and my current update or what we might do alone. And I'm with that. I don't want to know why everybody keeps saying that. And then it comes to that point where sometimes he is trying to not get so upset about the things that she's done, but someone will come up and say and check him and say, first of all, you're the one that cheated and had an outside baby. You right, I did do that. And I'm like, you admit the fact. So any little comments that Mel might come your way, it will not trump what you did. You had a full-on affair and it ended with an outside child. Good night. No, you can't do that. And I'm like, I'm glad you know. I'm glad you know. Okay, so I think did I sum all that up? Yeah, I'm moved on. So it came down to Tiffany and Lewis. They having a small conversation in their bedroom, but it went to a confessional, I believe, on how the reason why they're on such good terms with their exes, because they can leave their kids with no problems. Okay, I want to find out exactly how good y'all on y'all exes, because y'all think y'all got the golden rule book or the whole entire platform. Y'all have the golden book of what it means to have good relationship and good terms with y'all exes. I would love to know what that is, because I believe there's some cracks in y'all. Y'all ain't perfect as y'all seem to be. But anyway, moving on. So Tiffany wishes she was more present in Lewis and the kids' lives because she be working. But she said, listen, I want to be present. I mean, you took my son to get his first haircut or his first chop, and I want to be present for that. He said, listen, it wasn't that big of a deal. You saw it. Yeah, but I wish I was there. You know, the moment kind of seems differently when you're not there, which I can understand for a little bit. You know, the first are everything when it comes to your child. The first time he had a game, first hair chop, the first time he take a picture, when he first walk, first talks, all that. But I do know at some point that, you know, not every memory is permanent. You will be making more memories as it comes along. And he said it too. Sometimes things might not include you, but it's not to say that we don't want you around. It's for us, you know, boy time. You know, we're going to have our own personal relationship that won't include the entire family. He can have his private time, his best special bonding time with the boys, while you can have the same thing with the boys. That doesn't include Lewis, but y'all can still come together and still be that family. I understand, Tiffany, but I feel like the way that you have started off this episode, I'm just gonna leave it at that. So I don't want something else. So Mel finally arrives, and look at Martell's face. He's like, "Yay, she finally here!" After saying she wasn't here, he was happy as hell to see her walk through that door, because he did not think she was coming. But it's hugs all around. When she gets to him, it's a little side hug, and she's wondering where Destiny at. Nobody knows where Destiny is. Oh, I thought she was here with me. We left together. I thought she'd been here by now. All right, so where's my room? Everybody, Tisha, Marceau, Maurice, everybody is pointing at Martell and say he got a room, and she's like, no, for real, where am I sleeping? I'm like, this high school teasing, how you try to put a boy on the spot that he likes a girl. I don't like that. Y'all are not funny, and I don't know why this is the topic of conversation or even a subject matter. How y'all trying to constantly put Mel and Martell together. Why? Help me understand why we're trying to put this back together. I don't know. I don't understand why. So, yeah, my Mel was in the confession. I was not about this high school tease on me and Martell being in a room together. Good night and goodbye. So there's a guest room that has 2 rooms inside, 2 beds. So, okay, cool. Mel didn't even know Tiffany was going to be there. She said, I'm happy y'all got on the right foot. She said, yeah, we good. You know, it's been fun. All right, okay. She thought it was a surprise that Martell was coming. But Tisha was like, how could she not know Martell was coming? It was on the text thread. But I thought I remember last episode that she knew he was invited, but wasn't sure he was coming because this was the week with his kids. So I don't know how that would have worked, but okay. So, of course, you know, Tisha wants everybody to get along. This is a fun trip. So everybody's on the party bus. The men is in one, the girls in another, and they're headed their way. Martell, Marceau, and Maurice and Lewis were talking about divorce. Marceau, he just can't help it. He just, my God. He said, how do y'all do it? How y'all go get married and then divorce and you sign that papers? I couldn't do it. I'm like, okay, Marceau, we know you can't do it. You and T decided to stick it out through everything, through the mud, the dirt, the trees, and the grass. Y'all decided to stick it through. Because then, of course, you know, it's like, you know, how is Martell handling Mel being here? Is it awkward? He said no, but I'm trying to not let things, she said, trigger me. And I'm trying not to do things that trigger her. Because I don't want us to get into a big altercation. It's not going to be good. And Maurice could definitely understand that. Divorce is hard. And when you're in the same environment with a person that you might have still tension with, it can lead to disruptive events. Yeah, so, you know, he's just like, you know, I just want to find normality in the situation. So on the other side, Mel saying, I finished our music video. I can't wait for y'all to see a snippet of it. It's really cool. So how is it that you can live out your dream? That's what Tisha said. Living out your dream. How did you feel? Well, I never thought I would do it alone. But, you know, I'm happy the way they got into it. And I'm not stopping. It's only up for me. So again, on the other bus, the men are discussing divorce. I'm like, why are we discussing divorce on this anniversary trip? Tisha, Marceau, did y'all not figure things out on how to keep it fun and light? Y'all both keep talking about divorce, talking about how Mel and Martell are feeling. How are y'all going about being friends? She said, we're not going to be friends. We're not even in the cordial standpoint. All we're doing is focus on being co-parenting. I can't be friends with him right now. That's a no. So Marceau is still like befuddled with the whole thing about divorce. And he's like, listen, I know in marriages, sometimes 100% of those times lead to divorce. The situations, the circumstances. And I'm like, you're right. And he just felt like, as a choice, me and Tisha, we have had a lot of moments that are divorceable, but we decided to stick it out. He said there are two things in life that I have mistaked. I'm like, what? Mistaking money for success and love for sex. I'm like, okay. So he felt like at some point we could have, ended it, but we decided to stick it out. And he talked about this advice that he got from his aunt, that his aunt stayed married for 27 years. And at times that she wanted to put in the towel, she said it was for the kids. And he said, okay, I see what you mean. But it's more than just for the kids. You'll see it later when you feel it. He felt like, okay, it's for the kids. So he said multiple times I felt like for the kids, for the kids, for the kids. But it turned out to be more than that. And that's why I stuck it out. But Lewis said, you mean tell me in 20 years when the kids are up and grown, you should get divorced? Because at the same point in time, why would you want to wait 10 years to be happy when you could have been happy when you guys were going through a divorce? He said, but it's always for the kids though. But sometimes is it for the kids or is it for ourselves? It can't always be for the kids to make sure you guys want to stay. I understand you want to keep that family dynamic, but if you guys are not happy, you cannot fake the funk no more than what you think you can, because the kids are smart. They can tell when things are going on. They can tell when something's amiss. Mommy and daddy are not getting along. If they get divorced, they get divorced. That does not mean they don't love us. That does not mean that they're not going to be happy for us. They are just going to love them differently. That's it. So, yeah, the whole thing with that, and the whole thing about, not being friends. And Tisha understands that Mel trying to protect her heart because she wishes that she can communicate better with Marceau because he is bad at communicating. But she feels like the moment it expresses, the moment it comes back, it means it should still come and you can improve on making it better. And, Maurice and Lewis say, listen, divorce is always a better option. It is like, even the whole thing with him and Kiwi, that relationship lasted longer than it should. I mean, now we got divorced, and now I'm happy in my situation. I'm happy that where I'm at right now. Lewis, same thing. Sometimes you can't find a better solution to divorce. It's totally fine. Maurice just like, he feels like, it could have lasted longer. But like I said before, Luis was like, why would you waste 20 years to now after kids are grown, you want to have a divorce? Why don't you do it now before it makes it even harder for you to be happy? It's totally fine. So Marceau is definitely in the mindset of staying for the kids. I think he's staying because he doesn't want to start over. And he's staying because he feels like if Tisha was to leave, she could find better. And Marceau does not want to pretty much raise his kids without Tisha helping him. He is not going to be he going to be a Martell. He'll be Martell. Not feel like he has the time to be with his kids, but wants Tisha to be the majority of the one handling them kids, and he'll have them when he wants to. That's how it's going to be for me. So when they get off the bus, they're approaching these slingshots. So now they're hearing from the instructor about the rules, what you can't do. This is a whole long dialogue spiel. So while they're about to get on, Destiny finally arrives. So now, apparently something happened after she dropped off the baby with her ex-husband. Her bags got lost in Atlanta, and now she's here. So there's some things happening with that. So everybody's getting ready to ride. Here come Martell starting shit. Why didn't you go find a 4-seater? I think it would have been better so that me and Melly can ride with Mel. Destiny and Mel looking like, the fuck? We don't want to ride with you. I'm like, why would you want to volunteer for us to ride with you? Well, one, you can't drive. I can drive. What are you talking about? Well, I mean, you're not a good driver. And what do you mean by that? I mean, a couple weeks ago, the kids say you hit a curb. Okay. So Destiny's in the confessional saying, I gotta agree with Martell. She is not the best driver, but I will pray and ride with her. Well, I don't know why Destiny didn't drive then if Mel was just a bad driver. I don't know what that was. But Martell, stop trying to find a way to include Mel with you. Good night. So Martell's having a hard time getting into these slingshots. His tall ass with them tight ass clothes just start cutting out circulations to get into the damn car. Even Lewis's big ass was able to get in. He's like, how the hell you do that? So Martell's in the confessional saying how he hasn't been shopping lately. He got no money. So his clothes are a little bit too tight on him. He's not gaining about an extra 50 pounds. Yeah, that's stress eating. You're feeling eating, you're feeling your pain, eating your pain away. So he's definitely looking all types of sad and gloomy the entire time. while he was on those slingshots. So everybody is pretty much just driving around, enjoying the sights of Vegas. This is fun. We're living life. Yay, happy. So after that, the crew pulls up to a mountaintop. It's dark. They're looking at the scenery. And in the midst of the scenery, Mel wants to say, what was that text message that you sent me? He said, what text message? One shaking my head like I can't drive. Well, I didn't say that. Well, you did say that. And then how, you mad because I don't want to ride with you? That's not what I said. I don't care what you said. I don't care. Martell, you did. You did care. You wanted to make a way for her to come asking you, and that text message you did, you wanted to find a way for her to talk to you. But it backfired because she feels like, what are you trying to pick a fight with me for? And you all doing this to try to get close to her. It's annoying. So after that, find somebody else to do your couple picture with. So Tisha talks about the next event or the next thing that the group is going to do. Tomorrow, the girls will be with the girls. We're going to do our own thing. And the boys, y'all do your own thing. So she pulls Maurice to the side. And she said, listen, I know we in Vegas. I know we're supposed to have fun. And what stays in Vegas, stays in Vegas. But I'm going to need you to keep an eye out for your brother. These girls, they got their eyes out on men. Married men, they don't care. So I'm going to need you to make sure you keep him in line. Don't let him get too much rowdy. Or else I'm going to pull up on somebody. Pull up on who, Tisha? Who you going to pull up on? I ain't going to pull up on nobody. And I don't know why we're, again, talking about the insecurity that you have. You say you are a secure woman, but why are you trying to tell Maurice to be a babysitter to your husband? Have you ever trusted your husband to be out by himself or out with his brother? Oh, never mind. You said it. You said Maurice and Martell and Marceau are together, so things tend to get a little bit awry. I feel like you kind of giving fever to what Mel said last season about how when Marceau and Martell gets together, things happen. Hence why Martell keeps on, saying little side comments about what Marceau's little secrets might lie. So the fact that you got Martell and Marceau in the same situation, and Martell's a free man, who knows what Martell might have Marceau do, or who knows what Marceau might even want to do because he just wants to. So he says, so that's why the whole surprise therapy thing happened. Yeah, has been working. No, but we've been going on date nights and he's starting to communicate a little bit more, so I'm not going to complain about not getting it all at once. I'm going to take it and just, work from there. I feel like the fact that your face felt like nothing changed since that first therapy session. Nothing changed. And for Marceau to feel like that, but there are times where y'all could have had a divorce, the moments that y'all have had, I don't know why he won't try to seek therapy. Y'all really do need therapy. Y'all need counseling. But he feels like the only person who needs to be in counseling are other people. Why not y'all? But Maurice wants to say, y'all have a dope-ass relationship, but that works for y'all, works for y'all. Don't let it feel like you got to work for nobody else. But Maurice, please. You will never put your brother in a position where he has to admit his faults, because that's your brother. You're going to ride for him. But he did say in the confessional, her reaching out for help for the sake of their marriage was important. So he's going to have a conversation with Marceau to make sure that he's also on task into making this marriage work. So after that, Mel pulls Martell to the side to have a conversation and said, where are the kids? With my mom. Your mom had them the whole time? Yeah, after she picked them up from your mom today. Oh, I thought she had to work. Oh, no, she got off. She got off for you? Oh, that's your mama. Good for you. Good for you. So, I shot my music video yesterday. Here come Martell. All that bullshit, but go ahead. Yeah, that bullshit. Listen, I spoke to Brittany. Brittany who? You know Brittany, the one who went on live about how she was not mentally stable or something like that, so she couldn't watch our kids. He said, I didn't say that. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't lie. I'm like, she said, I didn't say that you lied. Let me finish. I said what you said, something like that. That's what you said. Well, don't say that. He kept on trying to say Beyonce in the middle of that because I apologize for you in my behalf. Because I'm like, that's even bold, and that's even like, bold enough for Mel to still defend you and need be on your actions. Because your actions have been bullshit. So he said, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Don't lie. Okay, well, shut your mouth then. She's like, the fuck? He said, shut up. She said, no, you shut the fuck up. Like, don't come at me with this. I'm trying to tell you on how you've been acting, and you practically offended one of our good friends for watching our kids, but you want to go on live and say she's incapable of watching 4 children because she's a single mother of 1. I saw that live again. That's what you said. Either you say mentally stable or not, you still put on the underlying meaning that she could not possibly watch 4 kids because she has 1. That doesn't make any sense, Martell. And where the hell are you at? This is your week with your kids. But no, where are you at here in Vegas? While your mom took off work to help you. And you said you had no help. You don't have no help, please. And then he said under his breath, keep fucking with your little rinky dink. She said, rinky dink who? With who now? Who said that? What? And then he wants to say, stop, Mel, you're being too disrespectful. Are you serious, Martell? Let's start from the beginning. You are talking about the damn slingshots. You want Mel to ride with you. You say she can't drive. Number 2, you calling her Beyonce. Number 3, you calling her music video bullshit. And you telling her to shut up. Should we go down the list, Martell? You've been disrespectful from the beginning, starting shit. And all Mel wanted to do was have a conversation on where are the kids. And I apologize to our friend Bree on your behalf of that live you did. Other than that, you just build because you are still in your feelings as to how Mel has progressed since then. She has arrived. She has grown. She has gained more famous off of what you did. Literally, I can't. She said, do you have a problem with me singing? Because you keep calling me Beyonce, and I don't know why. I haven't called you Tay Diggs, Morris Chestnut, nobody. I'm like, he cannot even be in the same factor or field of Tay Diggs and Morris Chestnut. He can't be. So, no, I'm not going to do that. Why you call me Beyonce? He said, because you're singing and she sings. Bullshit, Martell. That was a stupid ass reasoning. I felt like you wanted to throw digs. You wanted to throw digs, but throw digs in what capacity? For what? Like you trying to downplay because she's singing and her song is actually getting her song is actually getting attention. People are listening. I literally looked at Spotify last night. She has damn near over 4,000 monthly listeners for them 2 songs that she did. Are you serious right now? Yeah, she is definitely successing in that field. Next. So now, y'all saying that everything was great before your ass got here. Lies, Martell. Everything was not great before she got here. You ruined it right here. You ruined the perfect moment, not perfect moment, but you ruined the good time that everybody else had for you getting in your feelings because all she did was she didn't even talk about the depth of the video. She just pretty much wanted to get to the subject. But the video was in the middle of the subject. And talking about where our kids at in the live. But here you are trying to make it all about you and your feelings. Good night. So he was being petty because he felt like you keep on missing your video, I'm going to keep on talking about it. I'm like, for what? For what? That doesn't make any sense. He said, listen, it's not just about you. The song is about you. It's about what women go through. Now, I want Mel to keep it a buck and say it is about Martell, and that's fine. It's fine if it's about him. There are too many artists who write an entire album about their ex and what they did to them. There are too many artists in this world, and that is totally fine because we still listen to it, okay? You know how many times Beyonce has sung about Jay-Z cheating on her? Lemonade, B-Day album. Are you serious right now? It's okay. It's okay. There are Adele. It's okay. Just admit it, Marcia. Just admit it. So while she's, being petty in this moment as well, she's like, listen, y'all want to play my video? I'm going to play my video. I'm going to play it. So she's all dancing. And while Martell is definitely getting more agitated, he literally tries to charge towards her. Maurice pulls him aside and says, listen, remember talking about in the van how you was not going to engage, not going to be triggered, and not going to trigger her? Listen to what you're doing. You're acting that way now. And he said in the confessional, Martell literally has ignored all what he said on the van. He's acting in a way that he said he was not going to. And he really needs to stop before he says something he cannot take back. Too late. But he wants him to not lose focus and focus on the bigger picture. Too late. Now, Kimmy is like, y'all ready to hear it? Kimmy said, that's antagonizing. No, it's not. He keeps saying that's bullshit. We go ahead and play it. And then, of course, he said, no, you know what? You have my kids singing that song for the last 2 years. Stop having it. We got 4 kids. And here come, Mel. She said, oh, he wants to always throw that in my face when it comes to things that I'm doing. We got 4 kids. What did you think about the 4 kids? When we made a 5th one? No, it was not. No, you was not. He said, goddamn right I did, because I always had my home down. I always had my home down. You did not hold your home down, Martell. If that was the case, you would have stopped when she said stop cheating, but you didn't. But now that you're at a position where you have no choice but to eat this, and you want to still put Mel in the blame, how you're mad at her because the kids are singing a song, and that's your fault. You gave her the ammunition to have this type of reasoning. You gave it. You gave her this type of ammunition to put in a song, and now they're singing it. Blame yourself for that. So, Tisha was like, do you really play this in front of him because he's upset? Why are y'all concerned about his feelings being upset? You know what he said to me? I had a conversation with Mr. Holt over there about, I said about my music video, and he want to say, oh, that bullshit. Tisha was like, oh, damn, never mind. Proceed. So she's literally like, what's up? He said, you sing a song then about your ex-husband and you got my kids saying it. She said, the song is not just about you. Blah, 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 blah. And then you got my song, my kids singing a song 2 years ago. Shut up. But then it's a different song than what he's talking about. Martell, the song is called Down. It's back and forth. It's a mess. So you already filed for divorce and you got my kids singing a song. I said it before I left you. And then I did this song. But here he goes again. That's my next song, Down. You find out you did a song before the divorce, you did this and this. I'm like, oh my God. You got my kids listening to this song, my kids singing it 2 years ago. Shut up. No, then you shut the fuck up. Marie said he just don't want the kids to be mentioning the song. I feel like fuck all that. Listen, if the mom's singing the song, she's singing the song, but the kids are not dumb. They know it's about their father. They know that. But Mel said if they ask what's this song's about, she said life experiences. Okay. So then, of course, it's all about the end of the day. He just feels like while in the midst of the song coming out, you were still having sex with me. You were still doing everything else. I'm like, and? So was you. You thought that Mel was supposed to be keeping her end of the bargain of not still living life? You think she's supposed to get over it because you got over it? No. She is making a profit out of her pain, and you cannot handle it. That's why. So then, she's leaving. I'm done. Good night. He was not thinking about them 4 kids when he was doing his shit. And the reason why he's upset because I have a singing career. I have literally elevated for myself being on this damn show. And he's still at the bottom, which is why he is mad. It's a controlling mechanism that he has. The kids know I'm divorced. And the whole thing about the song, they know what I tell them. But my soul said you cannot out-argue a woman. And you cannot have them push your buttons. I feel like Martell was the one pushing buttons. He cannot handle what was happening after that. At the end of it, it's all about, oh, I already said it. But they all try to tell him, listen, you were supposed to just sit there, take it, don't engage in it, but you did anyway because Marie said he had made a complete ass out of himself, which he did. He definitely made an ass out of himself, and that wasn't right. Y'all, that was it. It's going to be more happening next week. It's going to be a lot more happening. I cannot wait for it. This episode was an entire mess. Martell really got on my nerves this episode. He really got on my nerves, and he wasn't being honest, nor the fact that he wasn't trying to act like this all came out of nowhere. He is still salty on how Mel has elevated herself from being on this show, elevated from the pain that he put her through, and he thought that she would, crumble, not want to get out the house, felt like she wanted to beg him. No. Now he begging her. Good night, Martell. Eat this L. You made your bed, now lie in it, okay? But that's it, y'all. That's all I have for today. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Please stay tuned for my next episode. Bye.